up? How's it going? Welcome to our Faern Phases weekly report. It is the 29th of August, and this is a 1 week report. So that's September 5th. Okay. We have been in such a constructive renewing phase. It's been a little bit of a whirlwind, and we still have a few days left. What's happening is we're clearing space in a way that is unfamiliar. There's so much new energy coming in, and we're being constructive. So the energy itself is taking space, and we're learning how to deal with it, especially if you're energy sensitive. It's kind of a big deal. It is not, I don't want to say off-putting, it's not negative in any way. It's just a lot to learn at once. And if you don't provide yourself the space to do it, it gets very challenging. Now, some of us don't have the space to do it, which is totally fine. You just want to be calm as best as you can and not give yourself any grief about what's going on. We'll come out of the constructive phase, which into a very prismatic phase because it's coming into a full moon. And I know that the influxes are overlapping this moon, and that I've read a couple of times already that September is supposed to have a lot also, but in a different way than August has. But this is just about this week. So, lipstick. Okay. So, as we move into the full moon, the day before might be a little bit of a transition day that you could provide for yourself. It is so close to being fully prismatic, which is going to be a big deal for the energy sensitive because we're already going through enough that you want to allow for time to do pretty much nothing. And I don't mean like you have to hang out doing nothing, pretending to meditate. You don't have to do that. But unscheduled time, the full moon day and the day before, is going to help you as an energy sensitive person, especially if my phases are really hitting home for you. Take the time, especially if it's new for you. I mean, those two things don't contradict. What I mean is that if the phases are working for you and you've never tried giving yourself time on a day that isn't usually the one people say, I recommend trying it out. The other thing that's going on is it depends on where you are. So here it's very political. There's a lot of really important things that need to, I'm getting so uncomfortable saying this, and I'm not even saying anything major, that need to change. And a lot of people are pushing for change, and they're working really hard. The energy that's out there, as far as what the collective is utilizing, is a little bit splitting up. And there are going to be people that might feel a little bit more confused around you. This isn't a bad thing. It's just that they're just now learning it. Okay? This has to do with the waves of energy that we're working through. It's just something that comes eventually for everybody. And the more attention you pay to when the people around you are having their expansion without providing any kind of input or placing your light or your shadow in their space, just notice that that's happening because this helps you acknowledge it within yourself. That's it. No judgment at all. If you're looking for something to do on the full moon, for example, this is probably a pretty good time to check into that. And the other thing is when it gets very, drink a lot of water, especially if you're highly energy sensitive. If you consider yourself somebody that's working with ascension and you aren't drinking a ton of water, you need to start now. I know on the days like today, I totally have flaked on it, and that's probably why I'm telling you double time. And I can feel the difference. I can see the difference when I'm filming myself and even in my voice. Yeah, okay. The thing is that your environment is also going to give you some cues. So people in Australia, you're coming into, the seasons are different here. So I get a little confused by that. But here in San Francisco, I'm already in such a weird weather zone. and the fires have already started around us, which is pretty much every year now. But they're early and it's foggy out here, so it's holding the smoke in. This is also affecting my voice, but it's also affecting my mind. The light is weird and filtered in a way that I know I'm still getting the influx, if that makes sense. Like I understand that it's still incoming, but to take away the visual is really interesting for me. I think that this is the first time that it's been so gray at the time where I've felt exactly the opposite. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much. This is actually a short one for this week. There's just not that much more I can say. You have to do the work. If you're tired, rest. If you can get outside, get outside, and just know that it's going to be more vibrant, but you totally have the capacity to deal with it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here on this earth plane now with us. Okay? Thank you. Have a great day, week, everything. Bye.